Sex is not equals love, but in love you can have amazing sex. Sex is an exchange of energy. I think that you got to watch who you're exchanging your energy with.
It's more to love than just sex.
Hi everybody, welcome back. It's the Moda from Mamas. Thank you for joining us. As usual, I hope you're following us on Instagram, you're following us on Facebook. It's Moda from Mamas. Okay, Twitter as well. We'd love to see your presence there. So today, Sarah, I want to talk about this notion that having sex with someone means that they love you. I feel a lot of times it happens with the females, especially my young ladies.
Yes.
You know what? Oh, ladies, let me not say young ladies. And I think a lot of people assume that when a man lays with you, that automatically means he loves you. Or if he lays with you enough, then he will eventually fall in love with you. What are your thoughts on this topic?
I think it's because the females, we are more emotionally invested in it, so that, when I'm intimate with you, I become so much attached to you. Mm-hmm. And like the man is like, no, they're on and on to the next one, right? Yeah. And especially those people that I've seen now saying, oh, they're addicted to sex. I've never heard of a girl saying, or a lady saying, I'm addicted to it.
I don't know where you've been living.
Okay, make you feel.
Infomaniac since the beginning of time. There's actually women, who is it in the old Egypt? I think, was it Cleopatra or somebody that was addicted to sex and kept a whole role of men. But I guess it also depends what you call addiction. Some people say a healthy sex life. Some people say addiction.
Yes.
I would say, I guess, from watching TV and all these shows, addiction is someone who cannot function without it, right? They can't, doesn't matter what's going on. I'll miss work to have sex. I'll miss this to have sex. I guess that would be addiction. And then there's people who just like to have a lot of sex. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's people who like to have sex with a lot of different people. So again, different notions. Because I'm okay to have a lot of sex with your person that you're married to.
Yeah.
Have at it. Jump over cliffs and everything. But I think the problem is when you're having it with a lot of people, because there's so many diseases. And then worse still when you're having it in and not necessarily a lot. The problem we're talking about today is you trying to have sex in order to get somebody to love you. I think that's non-existent. I mean, either I love you or I don't. And I mean, as a chick, I would say when you're in love with that person, I'm telling you, that sex feels magical. It feels like you're floating on clouds. And then when the love falls out, you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah. It becomes an act. It becomes like, let's just be done with, you know, let's just be done with it. And there's nothing emotionally connection. There's nothing. But then I also have a problem with people who will go months and months
without having sex.
Yeah, especially if you're in a relationship, though.
No. I think sex is one of those glues in a relationship. Like, it's something that brings you together, intimacy. Now, I'm not talking about the extra swing from the chandeliers. Everybody got their own taste. There's people who are okay with regular, old school, whatever it is that tinkles your person. I think that sex is something very important that you need to just keep you together, to keep you connected, especially in this world we live in, right? You're running to this job, I'm running to that job. We're running here, we're running there. When do we ever get a connection? I would say even those 5 minutes one night in the middle of a crazy work week, it still makes me feel like, okay, I love you.
Yeah. It's how you do it, because then if somebody is taking their time to create a conducive environment, you're laying out, you're getting ready and prepared for this, then of course I'm going to feel like you love me. I think that is one of the things I would say, okay, maybe having sex with this person, he's putting so much time and investment into it, then definitely this one loves me.
Yeah. And sex is, if sex was not that important, why do we have people with these pineapple notions and towel warmers? I mean, there's always all these things they tell you that you should do with your body and to make yourself more desirable for your person. I mean, some of them I don't necessarily believe in, but sis, it's up to you. It's your, you know what, do what you want. I'm just saying, keep your pH the same. We don't want no situation.
Right.
I think all that energy put towards sex in the media, in the books, in just no matter what age of women or men you go to, sex is always a factor that they speak about, right? You find older men sitting together on it. When they talk, it's about this chick. And can you believe, if these guys would believe in side chicks, can you believe she did this and she did that to me and she was able to do this? Like, sex is always a factor. That being said, again, main point of this, no matter how much you put it down, no matter how much you bend over and wear lingerie, A person who's not in love with you is just not in love with you, sis, bro. Because dudes do it too. They think, you know, they will work you to a place where you think, okay, now you're the guy for me.
Yes.
Know yourself as a person and then find your forever person. It's sex is an exchange of energy. I think that you got to watch who you're exchanging your energy with. You got to watch whose spirit you carry with you, because you literally exchange energy. Okay. I don't know about some of you. Maybe someone out there can tell us. There's some people that you lay with or even associate with, and you just feel a dark cloud. No matter what you do, there's just negative energy. I'm telling you. So sleeping with them doesn't change that. If anything, you embrace that energy deeper. Okay, so don't do it. I'm just saying, don't do it. Sex is not equals love, but in love you can have amazing sex.
Oh, I love that. I love that. There you go. That's wisdom.
That's the important thing. But more importantly too, as I speak about this, I tend to think about our 20-year-olds. For some reason, that's what keeps popping in my head. Because I think at that age is where we mostly are looking for love, trying to find ourselves in the world, trying to find our person. If you're at that age, I would like to say, like, sex should be the last thing on your mind. You should be at a place of self-discovery. If you're in college, you're trying to figure out what you're doing with your life. If you're going through trying to get your diploma, trying to get your career, trying to travel the world, or whatever you're doing, take that time to learn who you are, learn what you can do without the sex. Because if you can have a great time with someone without sex, can you imagine how it is when you finally consummate it?
It's easier said than done. Because I was trying to, when you were saying about that, I was trying to think about myself when I was in my 20s, and I'm like, oh my God. That's difficult.
Yeah.
But you want to do that first, and other things will follow.
Yeah, and I've been there, but unfortunately, it's like now you've gone to the highest peak, so you can pass that peak again. You know what I mean? So and yeah, nowadays, I mean, like I remember I said in the previous video, if you're hanging out with someone with a I mean, then in the room, and one thing leads to another. It's dark, but I'm just saying, purpose not to have sex first, and learn about your person and learn about where you want to be, and I just think it's so much more rewarding when it's someone you love and you know they love you and they love you enough to commit to you for a lifetime, so that you don't have to wonder about it. You don't have to question it. You don't have to think about it.
There's so much that can go wrong. You can be pregnant. There are also all these diseases, and I've seen girls, and unfortunately, once you become pregnant, you're stuck there with a child. The guy moves on. There's more to love than just sex. There's other things that somebody will be attracted to. Yeah. Just, what I mean? It's a combination of so many things. So the emphasis that we put so much on sex is really...
I truly believe sex is overrated, especially when you're not in a monogamous relationship such as marriage. Because again, what you think this person is giving you that's so special, how heartbreaking is it to see them move on and they're doing it with the other person? Okay. And meanwhile over here, maybe you've gone and researched and Googled and done things you never thought you could do just to please the person and just to have them move on, right? You cannot keep and hold on to a person based on that. So I think sex without monogamy, without commitment is overrated. I mean, did that stop some of us in our youth? No, but learn from my mistakes. You don't have to make them yourself.
Yeah. But can I ask you also, now that we're in a marriage, I've seen guys saying, my wife doesn't do this for me. That's why I stepped out. I told you to do this and this and this, but you did not do it. So that's why I stepped out. What are you going to say about that?
Me, I say when you're married, all your holes are your man's. Okay, you do whatever you want, however you want it, whichever place you want it, honey. That's you and your boo. But that should be reciprocal. I'm a believer in that. It's not me. I'm bending over and doing these things, and my man can't. The same way me, I can do this, that, this pineapples. Even you can do this, that pears. I don't. That's all I'm saying. Within the bound and when there's nothing to fear, I'm not afraid that if I do this for my husband or if I do something I've never done before, he's gonna leave. No, it's us. It's our secret place. It's our happy place. We can explore and we can touch things that no one else can touch. So I think once we're married, please your person. Now there's people like our previous video about narcissists who you could be married to a narcissist, by the way. It's not just dating, right? And this person could be a person who dwells on putting you down or judging.
Yeah.
Other story. Seek therapy, find a way. And unfortunately, as women, a lot of times we say, well, I cooked, I cleaned, I did this to the babies, I did this. If it's gotten to a level where you cannot be intimate with your person, I think we need to sit down, reevaluate, babe, this is so much for me, this is so much for me, break the chores, because at the end of the day, you still need to be a couple. Those kids will grow up and go about their own business. You still need to maintain a relationship. You still need the togetherness, and your kids need to watch it. I say curb it before it gets too far. Learn how to love your person properly, love completely. Okay. And then have that sex with them, like you love them. As for the rest of you trying to have sex bilampango, I'm just saying.
Right.
You might not wake up tomorrow.
That is true.
But leave us your comments. Maybe some of you had sex first and had lasting relationships. I'm sure there's people like those. I would just like to speak to the general masses because a lot of times it does not work. I'm not saying there's people where
Yeah.
But let us know. Leave us your comments. Tell us what your thoughts are on this subject of loving somebody, having sex, and we will see you next time. More that from mamas.